Ladies and gents and the rest, today we finally have Swole Troll. I usually say if this unit is worth anything or not. So I'm trying to find something positive to say about this unit. Well, if you take a pile of shit, all those units that are trash, right? This is not going to be the worst. This is going to be one of the best in that pile of garbage. However, it's still not good. It has crap ton of bugs. I'm going to show them all to you. Not all, the ones that I see. Okay, so here's a couple of good news about this unit. Number one, this season, season 11, ends in 2 weeks, and this unit is supposed to go in the grid in 2 weeks. So in case we discover something useful for this unit this week or next week, you can always buy it for gold. I wouldn't spend real money on this one. And right now it's only available for real money. Yes, I had to buy it because there is no other way to get it to demonstrate talents to you. So you don't do it, right? So only one guy suffers. There's one good thing that I know about this unit that I thought would be a bad thing, but let me show you. This is probably the one. The only thing that looks good is that the Banshee cannot take this troll. The mechanic of this troll does not allow Banshee to take it. This is probably a good thing, right? So if it makes it to your core, you're probably screwed, right? Unless you can one-shot it with spells or something like that. Okay, speaking of stats, at even levels, Gargoyle costs 4 gold, and this troll costs 4 gold. So the way it works is they have the exact same amount of damage that they do, but Gargoyle only has 14k HP. This troll has 31. It's a good thing, right? But my grandmother used to say, the fatter the unit is, the more valuable your execute will be, right? So my grandma, didn't fuck around, as you can see, and it's true. So execute now will be even more important if this unit ever becomes meta. I believe that's all I wanted to say. All the other bugs are going to be shown during the talent demonstration, so let's get to the talents. Talent number 1, Meatier Elbow. Now targets enemies' minis with a large damaging AoE. I want you to see something, and then I'm going to tell you about all the other mechanics. I want you to see things first. Okay, here's what's going to happen. Now this unit pretty much attacks other units. It's just a normal unit, right? And okay, here is what I want you to see now. The Bog Beast is standing behind the troll, and it's constantly getting hit by the troll. It has to be burning, right? Watch. So we kill him. We just hit him. We just hit Bog Beast with this AoE that the troll does, but the burning stopped immediately, which means the burning was probably applied by the Emperor. So I thought that when he damages things, he doesn't apply burning. However, I decided to test it separately. Here's what happened. So now this Torrent, watch, hit him, and it applies burning. Okay? So what happened? It turns out that if you're standing in front of the troll, I think it has to do with coding, this unit. If you're standing in front of troll, he damages you, he knocks back you, and he applies burning. Obviously, assuming you have Emperor. If you're standing behind that troll, you get all the effects except burning. I don't understand why. I tested a few more times, and it happened the exact same way. So if you're behind the troll, you're not going to get any burning. It's a very small thing to know, but I'm just saying what I accidentally saw that when I recorded this piece. It's really hard to actually see that thing with the Bog Beast, right? Talent number 2, Troll Train. Dashes to an enemy mini to stun them along his path. This is probably the only talent that does exactly what it says. It dashes, it stuns the unit, it knocks back everybody who is behind the one who was stunned, and it does the job. So what was I gonna say about it? Oh, it has a cooldown, I believe, like 5 or 7 seconds, and it never goes back. It only goes forward. And if somebody in the range of stun behind you, it's not gonna stun anybody. Talent number 3, Trollnado. Uses a spinning attack to knock nearby enemy minis far away every 7 seconds. Here is what's gonna happen. It's gonna spin. Yeah, it doesn't do any damage. It damages. It knocks back other units every 7 seconds. As you can see, for some reason, once he does the first spin, he stops moving. This is a bug, I suppose, and yeah, has nothing to do with crowd control, and And I tried this unit in PvP a few times, and sometimes it spins and keeps walking. Sometimes it spins and stands like this. Sometimes it spins, stands a little bit, and then keeps walking. So this mechanic is absolutely unpredictable. I mean, you understand how it's supposed to work, but it's definitely not working the way it should. Now, what do we take? Assuming this unit becomes usable one day, right? Because with the Ancient of War, uh, I mean, you know how it works, right? Nothing works except Ancient of War, Malfurion, and Doomhammer. But maybe one day, I mean, not the ones who watch it right away when it comes out, right? Maybe you watch it in like 6 months later or something like that. So what would we take in this case? Um, I would definitely take Troll Train as talent number 1 because first of all, if this troll sees somebody in front of him, he charges to that thing in front of him and which means he walks faster, right? Um, and that is probably the only predictable mechanic that he has. That's why Troll Train I would go number 100%. And once you actually get to the core, you start attacking. And then remember that thing with Banshee that I showed you? So you pretty much, unless somebody can kill you from a very, like some range units start attacking you, nothing else can kill you. Only spells and the range units like, Pyromancer, Sylvanas, some heavy hitters. I would definitely not go with a Meatier Elbow. I would take it as talent number 2 because, first of all, you lose your normal mechanics and you get this AoE and you jump like a gummy bear. Instead of hitting the towers, and you remember that thing with Banshee again. So that mechanic is not going to happen. No, it will no longer happen, and you don't jump as often as you do this knockback when you attack it without this talent, right? So that completely changes the unit. Yes, it's a very fat tank with a lot of crowd control. Unless you need that, I wouldn't take this talent as number 1, right? So this is a perfect number 2 talent. I totally forgot to add that this talent does not turn this unit into a physical damage. So if you take this Meatier Elbow talent and you take Tower with that, your Sneed, if you use a Sneed deck, I mean, you still get gold. So it's still a siege unit. Don't forget. And talent number 3, even if it was working correctly, I would say Trollnado is the worst talent because that spinning does not happen unless somebody is in the troll's melee range. By the way, that also applies to flying units who are in the melee range, which means bats, harpies, vultures, stuff like that. But if something is in the range, pyromancers, chimeras, and stuff like that, I mean, he's not even going to proc this spin. So this is definitely talent number 3. So Troll Train number 1, Meatier Elbow number 2, Trollnado number 3, but I wouldn't spend money until in 2 weeks from now. It will be in the grid. All right, that's all.